welcome to the Video Voters Guide sponsored by the Washington County League of Women Voters. In this forum, we offer candidates an opportunity to express their views and interests in this year's election. With us today is Mark Welyczko, who's running for representative in Congress, 1st District. Hi, Mark. Nice to have you here today.
Nice to have you. Invite me.
First of all, I hear it's your first run at public office, and I think our viewers would like to know why you're running for representative, congressional representative, and what your qualifications are for this seat.
Well, I've been disappointed at our incumbents, and for all practical, the whole Congress, the 110th Congress as a whole, for their passive attitude toward this administration's just blatant disregard for the Constitution. And I just couldn't stand by and watch this continue. And I think the one qualification that we are lacking, for the most part, is courage, and I have plenty of that. And I think we need someone that has the courage just to merely stand up and honor their oath, support, defend the Constitution, and stand up to an administration if they get out of hand.
Okay, okay. And what is your background?
My background is in business management, mostly operations management. I've done other things, obviously. At my age, I've been around, but that's about it. Right now, I work at Tektronix.
Oh, okay.
But,
okay.
So I'm a local guy.
Okay, very good. Can you tell me what you feel the priorities or the important issues are of this district? It's a diverse district. There's lots of different urban, rural, all kinds of industries represented. Can you tell me what you foresee are going to be the important issues?
You're right. It is very diversified. We have certain areas that depend a lot on agriculture, on high tech here in this area, the coast for the fishing industry, what have you. And it's great that they have a core industry, but I think to be more diversified is a lot better. And I feel it's healthier to go to possibly we have for instance the environmental technologies that we're in drastic need of. And I think if we spread some of that around, just developing just the environmentally friendly technologies to start more industry in these other areas, to give them a better boost in their economy and help the planet and the region in the process. You bet.
Okay. Do you have a particular area of interest that you are interested in, or a committee that you foresee you might like to serve on if elected?
The committees I'd like to serve on would be the Education and Labor Committee, and I'm also fond of the Green Energy, the Global Warming Committee too. I'd love to serve on both of those if I had a choice.
Good. So you're a techie.
I just want a healthier, place for my grandchildren to grow up in, yours and everybody else's.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Thank you. Do you feel that you can work as a team player with the other members of the Oregon delegation?
Well, and as far as the other Oregon delegation, for the U.S. Congress, for the other four, definitely, you bet. Provided that the team is for higher education, past public school, I'd like to see that open to everyone. I don't think public school, it's great, but it's not far enough to you can't cut somebody loose out into the real world with just merely a high school education and ask them to survive. Again, back to the environment. If the team is are interested in those issues, sure, I'm always a team player.
Okay.
Yeah, if we do what's right for us.
Good, good. Immigration is a key issue, not only in Oregon, but seems to be on the front burner. What do you see the role of Congress is in enforcing or changing the laws to prevent illegal immigration or undocumented workers?
I think we're going to have to put it, we're going to have to address the root cause. The root cause, and you can't blame anybody for trying to come to this country to to make a better life for themselves. If they're coming from, my dad came over from Europe. I'm the firstborn of an immigrant, came over on a sponsored visa way back. But regardless, you can't blame a person for trying to better themselves. But the reason they're coming is to better themselves, which is jobs.
Right.
Now, if we don't hold the employers, the corporations accountable for hiring people that, when we start doing that, they won't be so eager to come.
So that you feel that the employers should be held accountable
Sure.
and should be.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know that there's any other practical, reasonable, rational solution
What
to
about
that.
the wall that they
Yeah,
want
exactly. How ridiculous is that? You're going to have an iron curtain from the Pacific to the Gulf of Mexico? I mean, yeah, come on.
Okay. What do you feel about English as a second language education in schools? Do you feel that immersion is a better way to go? Do you see a problem with more than one national language?
Our language is English. And it's not that I have a problem with any of it, but like I say, my ancestors came over and learned. But the thing is, to turn that around, is if you don't speak English in this country, how can you be successful? And I want everybody, if you're going to be here legally, if you're going to make this your home, I want you to be successful. I want you to be a productive, person for society and make good for yourself. And without English, you're not going to get there. So I think we need to focus on English.
Okay. The Iraqi war is front and center issue. Can you tell me two other foreign policy issues, or if you want to get into the war, I'll give you the opportunity as well.
I'll go the way you want. I'm all for that, except for I have the talking point of it being a war. It's an occupation. It never was a war. In my opinion, it was an attack and an invasion and an occupation, illegally, by the way. Now that we got that out of the way. Yeah, two.
I'm glad we did.
Two others, yeah, the trade policies. There's actually several. Just diplomacy throughout the world in trying to foster world peace. This Kyoto Accord, for instance, I'd love to get more involved with that. E-waste, as far as transporting in and out of the country to third world countries. I believe we've signed onto that, but I don't know that we've ratified it yet. I'd like to see us get a little stronger attitude toward that.
Okay, all right. One last question, and that has to do with Social Security. Tell me, do you feel that we need to go the privatization route, or do you feel that we should fix what's broken about Social Security that we have?
Well, I think if we can get the government just to keep its hands off it to begin with, it would be, that's a start. You got to quit touching it. You can't, it's just like a corporation. You can't go dipping into the pension fund and decide that, anyway, we have to, there's a limit on there as far as who puts into it. We have to get rid of the limit. That's all. Privatizing, no, I'm totally against privatizing. They want to privatize everything, and they wanted to send, supposing Mr. Bush had his way and we got into privatizing as far as Social Security into the stock market, where would we be today? If I was going to get ready to retire, I wouldn't be a very happy camper, you know? So, no, I think it's fine if we just respectfully,
Okay, all right. That wraps it up for me today,
Thanks.
and I thank you so much for being here, Mark.
Appreciate it.